Thank you, Mrs. Olson. At this time, we have Ms. Sandra Bettencourt, regarding special education.
Good afternoon to all. Good evening, Mr. Chambers and the Board of Trustees. I also thank the previous speaker for sharing what I believe is also facts. Strengths and weaknesses is what he spoke of. I have been battling a fight for the past 5 years with Alief ISD. Back in 2015, I wrote a letter to HISD, and I quote, "I, Sandra Bettencourt, mother." I'm sorry, I didn't write something to... Okay, I apologize. I quote, "As a proud Alief ISD parent, I applaud and commend the efforts that the school district has made to help my ADHD son not fall between the educational gaps. Hence, no child left behind. Alief staff members have worked diligently to ensure that my bright son keeps motivated and learning at the highest possible manner in school. Most importantly, the communication and transparency between the school and me with regards to my son is second to none." I wrote this long 10-page letter when my son was assaulted at the hands of HISD back in the 4th grade. This 10-page letter that was sent to our council member who came to Alief to speak to my son at Miller Intermediate. He came and he sat in that long room and spoke to my son. If I'm correct, it was Mr. Wynn back then. I wrote this long letter applauding Alief and how disgusting it was that my son went through all of that destruction in HISD. Since this letter, my son went back to Alief ISD. I asked for my son to get tested because I knew something was really, really wrong and he was always getting in trouble. You guys did do a test. Well, Alief ISD did perform a test. We did have an art committee meeting. He was found ineligible for special education. He was already under 504. Mind you, the teacher had stopped me in my tracks prior to the art meeting and told me that my son had stopped writing. So now we had a child who was depressed from the 4th grade, PTSD, everything you can think of, we had it. And now he was not writing as well. Well, she had this very nice essay at the art meeting in 5th grade. When she showed me the essay with a beautiful handwriting, that pretty much wrapped up the meeting. Moving on to the 6th grade. In the 6th grade, the same thing occurred. We had another art meeting. They sent my son to get an IE evaluation. The IE evaluation that the doctors that I chose were through Alief ISD. And once again, they found him ineligible, despite the fact that the doctors had stated that this child needed to be in special education. So to make a long story short, because I don't have time, I battled with this for, 4 or 5 years? I even went to Ms. Ava Montgomery. All of this could have been stopped in the 4th grade, the bullying by the teachers. Teachers in the 6th grade bullied my son. Teachers in the 7th grade told me that I needed to remove my son from their classroom because I needed to put him on medication. That's discrimination. All of this occurring in Alief ISD, the school, the district that I was proud of, the district that I was proud to speak of. My son would go during recess, during the entire 5th and 6th grade, he would go during recess and sit in a hole, hundreds of yards away from the teachers, because he was constantly being picked on by both students and teachers. Why? I don't understand how all of this could have been happening, and I was constantly involved. I was constantly going to principals who were lying to me, teachers who would call my son a liar to his face. I was going to area superintendents, Ms. Ava Montgomery, Ms. Cuellar. Where are those minutes? They're not in FERPA. I have emails from Ms. Ava Montgomery telling me that she cannot give me those minutes because I had an attorney now. Well, my son is now in special education, I think. Whoever made it happen. Could have been the attorney that I hired. He did fall under special education for an OHI and autism. I hope that this does not occur to the next child because it's a long fight. A fight that I hope no other mother goes through. It's horrifying. And my son's name is Aaron Fernandez. He's not a number, he's a child. And he's sitting right outside. I hope you guys can put a face to the name. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for sharing your story.
We're moving on to item number 6, the consent agenda. Is there an item on the consent agenda in which a board member would like to have removed for discussion? Once again, is there an item on the agenda in which a board member would like to have removed for discussion? If not, I'll accept the motion to approve the consent agenda.
Make motion to approve the consent agenda.
It's been moved by Mr. Moreno and seconded by Dr. Tron. All in favor of approving the consent agenda? That is a vote of 6-0. Thank you. Item number 7 on the agenda is the bond construction report. Mr.